Hello, everyone. I'm Robin. And these are my reflections. And today we're going to take a quick look through the Avian Tarot. This one just arrived on my doorstep today. Surprise, I had pre ordered it from Chronicle Books and they shipped it out. And I didn't get any kind of shipping notification. So it just arrived. And I thought, let's take a look. So this will be a complete first impression because I have no idea other than what I saw on Amazon. But I do have a thing for birds this year, so I have a feeling I'm gonna like this. And I like black and white decks. So this says the Avian Tarot, written by and illustrated by Brittany Lynn Batchelder. And I haven't even had a chance to look up Brittany Lynn Batchelder, if that's how you say her name. Discover their inner truths and let inspiration take flight. We have looked to birds as symbols of meaning and wisdom for millennia. The Avian Tarot brings together the divinatory power of birds and the ocular tools of the classic tarot deck, drawing on history, science, mythology, symbolism, and spiritual significance to carefully connect each major and minor arcana to a specific bird. Featuring a wide array of species, from common pigeon and chickadee to rare Hoatzin and Dickup. I don't even know those. This impressive aviary throws open the feathered world around us and invites deeper understanding. A 220-page guidebook offers insights and illuminates the connections to help enrich and inform readings. Exquisitely hand illustrated with gold ink on every card, this set has been crafted to celebrate the beauty and truth of our avian guides. I love this. I've been into birds, and so this is going to be I think this is for someone like me. I felt like it was for me. I was drawn to it. So this comes in a magnetic box, and this is about the size of a Llewellyn box, and it's very thick though. Nice book. Oh, the cards come in another box, which is good, which means I can put this away. It comes in a tray, and the tray, if you wanted to keep them in here, this tray, the cards won't slide down inside. It's solid, a solid piece. So that's the box. I love this look of this guidebook. I don't know what other deck I got recently. Something came with these rounded corners, and I was like, oh, it feels like a date book. Oh, it was the horror tarot. It was the horror tarot. Yeah, I like this old school date book look with the soft cover. It's just cool. It's cool. It feels like something I would take out. Well, I didn't do it, but if you were a bird watcher, right, and you wanted to take it out and take notes or something. So let me see. So there's an introduction, a brief history of tarot, card spreads and layouts for readings, and then it goes straight into the birds. She says, interestingly, during my research, and she's talking about her research of tarot and occult, she said that she found many parallels in theological texts and the history of birds that also resonated with the original meanings ascribed to the cards of the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Pursuing these connections inspired this new Avian tarot deck, and it seems like the perfect way to bring together my fascination with birds and the spiritual, cultural, scientific, and symbolic meanings that surround them. I hope this booklet and deck will enrich your own avian interest and curiosity. There's a brief history of the tarot. There's about 7 spreads, and then it gets into the major arcana, and it gets right into the card meanings. You get the name of the card and the name of the bird, an upright and reverse meaning, and then an in-depth, which talks about the bird and how it sort of connects, how she's connected them. And then let's look at the minors. Okay, it looks like you get the same for the minor, just maybe a little less writing on some of them. And let's look at a court. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. This one is pretty in depth. It looks like the court cards are pretty wordy. So you get those. And then in the back, what's back here? Ooh, lots of books, lots of bibliographies and selected texts, which is always nice for someone like me who likes to go down rabbit holes. This is a little bit about the author. It talks about how she loves birding, and this deck came from her thesis and her Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree from the Cleveland Institute of Art in Ohio. And she has a history. She has her hobbies are birding and what does it say here? It says she's not at her desk working on a new project. She's probably reading history books or researching different subjects of interest, meditating, or out watching birds. And that's that. And it's got this beautiful, these have these like sort of matte gold on it. Okay, so they come in a tuck box. So I would say this is standard quality tuck box if you wanted to keep your cards in that. These are the backs, super fun. The card size is different than a normal tarot size. Hang on, let me get a normal tarot size card to show you. This is a standard make plain card size card. You can see that it is wider and taller than a make plain card size card. This is bigger than a plain card, but smaller, shorter, and wider than a normal tarot, like a RWS size deck. You know, make plain card size deck. But I like the short squatness of it. So the gold accent on here is not foiled. This is matte, just so you know. I think it's just paint on there. It's not like foiling or cold stamping or anything like that. All right, so that's not going to catch your eyes if you're sensitive to that sort of thing. So the card stock is a little bit papery. It does feel a little papery. It doesn't feel cord at all. So I think that this is probably just like art paper. I'm going to put on some music and we can take a look at all of the birds in the deck. So the cardstock is a little papery, and it's coated, but the edges are a little bit sharp. So I'm gonna be careful. I don't want to cut myself. Um, but the shuffle is very nice. I've already done this once before. I forgot to hit the record after I zoomed out. So we're gonna do this again. But so the cardstock on this is very bendy and easy to riffle shuffle. It is very papery, and I will say that the edges are a little sharp. So be careful when you're shuffling, not to handle it too harsh and cut your fingers, because that's what I'm worried about when I'm using this sort of papery stock. The overhand is nice; it glides. There's no sticking, so it's very glidey. It's a matte. Nice with a nice. It's a nice smooth coating, but like I said, these edges, I would just worry because they're thin. I'm a little worried. I'm not gonna lie, especially if you're an overhand shuffler. I shuffle both ways. I riffle and overhand. So I'm just gonna be careful. I'm gonna be more mindful. I do appreciate that the cards are shorter, which makes them a lot easier for me to handle. They are gonna bow. They're already getting a bow. They're already getting a little bit of a warp. So if that bothers you, just be aware of that. But I think with shuffling them one way and the other and just caring for them, they'll hold up, just like any deck with this sort of papery stuff. So now I did go through the book and I took a look at the spreads. The spreads are just basic spreads. There's no bird spreads or any sort of thematic spreads here. It's just like the 5 card, the Celtic cross, the tree of life, the horseshoe, the 12th month. Okay. And so be aware of that. Some of them are like pretty decent write-ups and some of them are a little bit shorter, but none of them are like, as far as like the difference between the major and the minor, they seem to be about the same. Even in the majors, some of them are shorter and some of them are longer, just depending on what she has to say about the card, right? So let's look at the High Priestess. So we've got the little owl. There's you. If you want to read it for yourself, I'm going to read it out loud. It says, upright. Accessing one's intuition and able to confidently reach into one's personal experiences and apply them to current problems, particularly those that are not clear-cut. Able to shed light on rather complex scenarios. The High Priestess is associated with sacred knowledge and wisdom. Reversed, the querent is unable to connect with their inner self. They lack the ability to self-reflect and learn, and are disconnected from reality. Withdrawal from social situations and society. Secrets not yet uncovered. I kind of like that write up for the High Priestess reverse, because it would like, I don't know, I'm thinking love readings, you know what I mean? Like, what does he think of me? And then this comes out reversed. It's like he thinks you're hiding some shit, or he thinks that you are withdrawn. So you need to open up. You need to open up. And that's what I be trying to tell people, but they don't be listening. She talks about as she's going through the hero's journey, and then also why she chose that bird. Okay, so that's the in-depth section, has both of that mixed in. So it says, by using their inner resources, the hero gains personal clarity. The High Priestess represents the guidance and is associated with intuition, wisdom, and an innate knowledge that cannot be explained in words. She works within the ambiguous and undefined areas of her life. Her knowledge is personal, gained through experience, and fully understood only by those who have lived it. The Greek goddess Athena shares many similar qualities to the High Priestess. Athena's animal symbol is the little owl, or Athene Noctura, which embodied her blessings and served as a good omen. Appearing in art and on the currency of the time, Athenians associated her with knowledge, wisdom, intuition, inner awareness, and understanding of the unknown. The association between Athena and her avian symbol may be rooted in Athena's Neolithic inhabitants, who left behind artwork depicting many female deities in the presence of birds. And that is for the High Priestess. Let's look at a minor. Let's see. So, okay, we'll look at the 5 of Wands. So here's the write-up for the 5 of Wands. As you can see, it's very long. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to read the in-depth part where she talks about why she chose the cassowary for this card. So it says, native to Australia, and considered an aggressive bird. The cassowary has been reported to have killed a human with its big, sharp claws. This death of a 16-year-old boy occurred in the early 20th century. Since then, the cassowary is marked as a dangerous species to be avoided. While indeed it can be a deadly bird, overall the cassowary is considered to be non-threatening to humans. It will only attack in self-defense rather than out of violent instinct. If any animal is close to a cassowary nest, the bird will interpret that as a threat to its young, and conflict will follow. Learning to respect the nature of the cassowary and its lethal potential is representative of learning to navigate through complex conflicts and disagreements. Yeah, I like that. So I think I'm going to really enjoy reading this book. Um, I am excited to look at a couple of pairings with this. So I'm just going to grab some real quick. This is like super this whole situation here is like unplanned because I had filmed all the videos I was going to film this month, and then this deck arrived and I was like, oh, I gotta take a look at it, and I might as well turn on the camera. So let's do a quick thumbnail. You can see the behind the scenes. We're gonna make the thumbnail real quick. All right, let's start with the Urban Crow Oracle because I was reading about the magician for this one because she put a crow as the magician, and she was talking about the same situation that MJ Cullinane talks about in this deck, about the bird, the crow, having a food floating in a glass of water and not being able to get to it, and then adding the pebbles to bring the water level up so that it could get to the food. And I thought, oh, I got to try this with the Crow Oracle. So let's do that. Let's see how it looks. The cool thing about a black and white deck is that it often goes very well with anything with a nice color to it, especially something like this that has sort of, I don't know, this is like a muted color. It feels like it's happening in the sun, right as the sun is rising or right as it's setting in all the cards. So yeah, these look great together to me. And they're bird energy. So let's see. We've got the sun with the 3 of Wands and self-interest. Ooh. Direction with the Knight of, oh, this is the King of Pentacles. See, this is going to confuse me. I was going to say that these bubbles feel a little bit unnecessary to me. We have the indication on the card, and I think they put that there just to balance the look of the card, which it does. It makes it look very nice. But on the court cards, that KI versus that KN is a little bit confusing to me. And then I think that this Q of Wands or Q of Swords is a little clunky, to be honest. And the card is so elegant, it just looks a little clunky to me. But I do think that the look of the cards is very elegant, and I think that these look nice together. So let's try another one. The Bird Messages Oracle deck. This is an old one from Seiko Books. I don't know how to say that, but let's just let's take a look at these. Let's see how these look. I think they might look nice together. It's a little bit of a different look, but they both feel kind of drawn, like pencil drawn. So I think they might work. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. Yes. Okay, so we've got Mask Weaver. Discerning and practical choices bring security in life and love with the 7 of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So we've got the 9 of Wands with the 6 of Wands and the Macaw. Think laterally to solve a problem. Ooh, problem solving. And then we've got the Bearded Vulture. Let outward deeds and words match inner feelings with the 9 of Swords and the Hierophant. Interesting. That could get deep right there. I like the way they look together. They're not fighting each other. I love all this bird energy happening together. And yeah, definitely going to try these together. Look at this beautiful blackbird and this smoky morning mist, or, open to psychic awareness to recognize importance of the future with the Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. Wow. Perfect trust will be rewarded with its like with the 10 of cups and the 2 of wands. Okay, so that is the bird messages oracle by Chica Books. Let's try one more. So let's try it with this one. This is The Witch Woman in Total Control of Herself by Angie Sullins. I have a feeling these are going to look nice together. I was trying to find my other bird deck, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where I put it, y'all. I don't know where it's at. So yeah, not gonna happen today, but let's see how this looks. I don't know, maybe this might be a little too delicate because these lines are so sharp, but let's see. So far it looks a little too delicate. Yeah, I think it's gonna be too delicate. Let's move this so they're on the same level. I love the backs of these, so dreamy. All right, so we've got the Hermit with the 2 of Pentacles and the Story Keeper. I like the Hermit with the Story Keeper and the 2 of Pentacles too, because that's the balance, right? Trying to, do we keep it? Do we keep the stories or do we share the stories? When is it time to share the stories? 9 of Cups with the 5 of Swords and the Siren of Surrender. I don't know. I don't know if I like them. Oh, I love this card. Goddess of Grace with the Devil and the 5 of Cups. Interesting. I like this because what it makes me think is the message would be something like to keep the sadness and the grief from turning into bad habits and addictions and things that aren't serving you. Maybe give yourself some grace and let yourself feel it, you know? Let yourself feel the sadness. Don't try to mask it with the things that come from being in this devil energy. I like that. I like that message. Okay, so I don't know how I feel about the way that they look together, but I definitely like the way they are reading together. But let me try one more. So this is the El Qui Oracle. This is one from Arwen Lynch. And I think that this one is similar in feel to that Witch Oracle. But because it's like archetypal and feminine and a little bit heavy, but I think it's going to look better with these cards because of the smoky nature of the artwork. So let's just take a look. So we've got the Judgment, the Queen of Pentacles, and She Who Surrenders. Chains, bondage, release, it says on the card. All right, so it says She Who Forgives with the Knight of Cups, the Star. Interesting. Remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. I do love the way they look together. I like the way these look better, but I think I like the way the other ones read better. But then again, we haven't asked the question, so I might try them both. I like the idea of bringing this bird energy in with this sort of feminine energy. Yeah, I think I'm going to try them both together and see how it goes. I know it's weird, but I mean, if I could do fairies, then we can do birds and women, right? Look at her. She looks like she has feathers. So I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you end up using with it if you get the deck, or if you have something you think might go nicely with it. Let me know in the comments below. So I have no regrets for buying this. I think this is gorgeous. I think it's elegant looking. Something about black and white, right? Black and white and gold. Oh my gosh. But black and white, especially when it's more white than black. Like if you think about it, like when you're wearing like a white pair of pants with a black top instead of the other way around. But then black and white in general is elegant. I'm thinking about tuxedos and stuff like that. But anyways, I like it. I think it's going to be easy to read because they put the symbols on the cards and the titles are very clear. Clear to see. I can see them very easily. I'm very excited to read in the guidebook why she chose these birds because I've been into birds this year, so I'm excited about that. No regrets. I picked this up from Chronicle Books for 30% off, so I paid under $20 for it, so I'm very excited to take a look. I will say that the cardstock is a little bit papery, so just be aware of that. I love the size though. I love the size, and I think these backs are adorable. So yeah, that's what I think of the deck. You'll have to let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. It helps people see the videos, and it helps me know what you like to see. And if you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. There'll be a link in the description box below where you can pick this up. It'll be an Amazon affiliate link. I am an Amazon affiliate, and when you guys use those links, it gives me a couple of cents and it doesn't cost you anything, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much if you're using the links. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.